Mythics, how are we all? Yes, we are back. It's Saturday morning. Another week has rolled past. My name is Ken Boyter, and this is Edra Tales Twitch Live. Plus, it gets exported to Edra Twitch, YouTube, not live. So if you do want to see this again, why would you? I mean, no, of course you would want to see this again. Or you miss any of the other episodes, you can watch them back on the Edra Tales YouTube channel. This is Grockle Snook from the Bottled Imp. That is the channel, a YouTube channel that myself and the gorgeous Julian did co-create. It's all about fantasy. We've got over 450 videos reviewing board games, fantasy books, fantasy films, and a few thrown in for extra good measure. A few other topics as well. Yeah, but it's basically all about fantasy, as this channel is as well. But this is Edra Scrolls, the show where we talk about creativity, we talk about your creative projects, we talk about my creative projects, and this week we are talking about the UK Games, the UK Games Expo that just happened last weekend, which is why I couldn't stream. Hello there, Martha, how are you? Hope you're well, and Glenn has turned up as well. Thank you very much. Turned up. That's a really unfortunate phrase, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm glad you turned up. Glad you turned up. Oh, look, I've put the wrong waistcoat on. I don't like wearing this blue with this. I tell you what. I've had a wardrobe malfunction. Let me go change my waistcoat. Hey, this is what happens when you're really, really organised and you know what's going on. What's going on? I don't know. Oh, I thought it said you do know what's going on. Nope, I have no idea what's going on. I do know what's going on. I know that I've got the correct waistcoat for the correct shirt. That's better. There it is. There it is. So, it's good to see you all. Hopefully you're doing well. Did we do a live stream Wednesday? Yes, we did do a live stream. Hello there, Jonathan. Good morning to you, sir. I don't feel a healer would take Tavern Brawler. I'm tempted to go for Shield Master. Oh, I see, this is D&D, isn't it? And he uses a shield. And tough for my last two fights with Magnus. He is level 10 fighter. Level 10? That's crazy talk. I've already chosen alert, durable, keen mind, and sharpshooter. That sounds good. I don't think a healer would take Tavern Brawler. No, a healer, as you know, tends to want to stop fighting or heal or be helpful without actually getting into the fight, unless you do have a cross character. So, you know, you might have a, you know, it could be an unusual combination, but you might have a barbarian healer. I don't know if you can do that in D&D. You probably can. So yeah, that would be a mix. That would be an interesting character to play. But yeah, Tavern Brawler, healers are normally kind of spiritual as well, aren't they? Kind of. But you've got alert, durable, keen mind, and sharpshooter. Is there anything else that would add into healing? These are feats in 5th edition. I think they are. 6th? What are we talking about? Is there a 6th edition of D&D now? Glenn, what is this trickery you bring to the table? We start at level 10. What? Yes, they are. D&D 2024. Did it come out in level 6? I guess, yeah, it's been 5 or 6 years since edition 5. So I got into D&D in edition 5. However, my brother, but I've got the box now, my brother had that orange, I think it was not orange, the 2nd edition red box one. I've got an original one of those. I don't know if they're worth any money or not, but I just fell in love with the artwork. Now, I was too young to really get it and understand it. My brother really wanted to play, but we couldn't do it. It's just too complicated. I think he was about 13 or 14. I can't remember now, but we didn't end up playing it, and that was something that he really regretted because he really wanted to play it. So when I started doing the Bottled Imp YouTube channel, I thought, great, they've brought out edition 5, 5th edition, starter kit. So I bought the starter kit. I was DM, and me, my brother, his fiance, and a few mates, we all got together and we regularly did the campaign, the one that you get in the box, and we really, really loved it. So it was great. Oh, I see. I don't think it's officially referred to as 6th edition. Good. So there might be like it's probably like 5.1 or 5.5. Yeah, but it is official though, is it? It's not another company doing it. I'm using D&D 2014, trying keeping the player's handbook. Yeah, I think that's the 5th edition, isn't it? So people call it 5.5. There we go. Some people, yeah. Well, I might call it Pathfinder. Never cross the brands. So how is everybody? Hopefully you've had a lovely time. Now, I've not been doing these live streams regularly on a Saturday for the past 3 Saturdays, I think it was, because I've been full on. May was a ridiculous month for me, being stupidly busy, which I do apologise. I have sent out an update on the To Kill a Thief Edra Tales Gamebook Adventure series, because it was just bad planning on my behalf. When we funded it in October, I went, right, how long realistically would this take me to write? So I gave myself 7 months. I thought that should be enough. I should be able to write it, proofread it, playtest it, do the illustrations in 7 months. Unfortunately, I don't work on these things full time. I do have a part-time job, so I have to fit it in and around that. And plus I do my mediumship, and I do my Murder Mysteries on most weekends. So I do have to fit it around other things. And so I just ran out of time. And what I didn't foresee is UK Games is at the end of May. And we'll get into UK Games because that's primarily what we're going to be talking about. Jonathan's put, I've been wiped out for most of this week. Post-EXPO, yeah. There you go. That's exactly what I was going to say. So the build-up to the Expo, I'm sure you're the same, Jonathan, making sure you've got things ready. Like in Jonathan's case, he's got the stock ready. He's got his signage made out. He knows where his tablecloth is. He knows where his banners are. He's not going to put up the wrong banner. All of that, that's still preparation. For me, because I was pitching my Devilish Deaths game at the speed dating, I needed to make sure that my prototype was up to date. My prototype had all the changes that I wanted to make. So I did print off. I had to scan in all the cards again and redo it all. So, it took me a good week and a half, 2 weeks to do that. So I hadn't foreseen that May was just not going to happen for me writing my game book. So I have apologised. So I do apologise for that again. It is going to be hopefully July that we get the book out. I'm trying to get everything ready, but I don't think that's the case. So I'm probably going to have to do things in bits and pieces, which I didn't really want to do, but I don't. It's a toss-up between you guys getting your rewards, sort of close to the deadline that I said, and also, making sure it's a good job, like not rushing it. Martha's put here, close sharpshooter cuz he has 19 dexterity and he's not to be messed with. No, 19 dexterity. I bet he's good at close-up magic. He's good with his fingers. He's probably good with a crossbow or something, is he? He's good. Dexterity's great. And that's good for thieving as well, isn't it? Jonathan's put in, never underestimate the importance of a tablecloth. Absolutely. It can make or break your convention. In fact, I could do a whole series on tablecloths. Hello, welcome to episode 95 of Tabletops, Tablecloths, and the importance of. I wouldn't do it in bits and pieces because that only could. Yeah, I did think about that, but I feel bad that I've missed the deadline. He doesn't have magic. I'll DM you the whole story later. Okay, cool. Today's tabletop day. Is today tabletop day? Yay! Let's celebrate by... I'm looking at my tabletop. It's great. I love my table. I do actually have a very fancy table. It goes up and down, so I can have it at any height. So if I want to make it a dining table, I can. If I want to make it a coffee table, I can. Plus, it's a coffee table size that folds out. So it's huge. So it's great for gaming. Talisman and all the expansion corner bits fit onto my table. Yeah, I'm boasting about that. That's somebody posting about. So, a bit burpy. Good morning, Sally. How are you? Although I've just seen you, so I know how you are, but just being polite. Height, 2 height settings, normal and yeah. That's normally Jam's job. That's normally or Dylan's job. I haven't seen Dylan for ages. Hopefully he's doing all right. Yeah, I had hoped Julian would watch, but I don't think Julian watches on a Saturday, does he? Lee Rin's here. Thank you very much. A transforming gaming table that allows separate zone for dice and minis. Oh, that would be good, wouldn't it? That would be good. Yeah, you can obviously get those really hardcore gaming tables that have sunk in and they've got felt bases and they've got cup holders around the side and little dice trays and all of that. You can get all of that, but they cost about 3-4 grand. Somebody made that. Yes, somebody has already made. Yeah, Geeks and Tables. I'm pretty sure that's a UK company. It might be an American company. I don't know. But yeah, people have. There's a few companies that do that now. So that's my excuses for To Kill a Thief. Now I'm hoping to be working on that again in the coming weeks. But yeah, I'll have to have a think about sending stuff out separately. Because, yeah, I've got to think about cost. I do have to make some sort of profit. I can't do it for free or lose money because that would be insane. As much as I enjoy writing the book and coming up with the ideas and all of that, you do want a little bit of profit just so you get compensated that way. And I know that eventually I will be selling it as a paperback, so, but... Yeah, so anyway, yeah, so I think, Jonathan, I think you are right. I do need just to hold on, but I'm excited, So yeah, so if anybody is playtesting it, then please could you get me your results back as soon as possible. I am halfway through doing the illustrations, so that is what I'll be doing, is actually the illustrations. Claire, who's a professional proofreader and a friend of mine, she very kindly has proofread it now. She's done all of it, 100,000 words, which is fantastic. And so I'll be making those changes as well. I know Julian is he's playtesting it, and he showed me his method. He seems to be very hardcore and logical and thorough in his playtesting. So I look forward to his results. Grocklesnook's looking away from you. What's the matter, Grocklesnook? You okay? Grocklesnook's tired as well from the UK Games. So yes, we went to the UK Games Expo. Jonathan was there with his Ace game books. And he shared a stall stand with Sir Ian, Gandalf, thou shalt not pass. Sir Ian. I know it's the different one. But yeah, so we went to the UK Games Expo and we had a lot of fun. We certainly had a lot of fun. This is the programme, just lets you know. I tend to not read it at the time. I tend to not read it. I read it afterwards. Glenn, you'll be happy to know. I did mean to tell you this actually, but don't mention anything. Don't say anything. But yeah, I noticed Hive had a double-page spread there, like interviewing John. So there you go. I just thought I'd trigger you. No. Nice, yeah. Don't mention anything though. We'll keep all of that private. But yeah. So there we go. So it's looking good. So I'm interested in that because I had heard of Hive, but I hadn't realised it's the 25th anniversary of Hive, which is madness. Which is absolutely madness. I hadn't realised that. I just thought, oh yeah, it was a game that had done well. I'm not going to be here next weekend. Going to a medieval festival next Saturday. Oh, fantastic. Fantastic, Martha. You're going to really enjoy that. Yeah, 25 years. I hadn't realised it was that sort of, had that longevity. It was an evergreen game, as they call it. So yeah, so brilliant. So UK Games, what was there? Jonathan was there, so it's lovely to catch up with Jonathan. Lee Rena's put here, sure, it's another rainy afternoon here today, being the 27th Chinese Lunar Calendar Remembrance Day for Mum's passing. Oh, bless you. I feel more comfortable being outside in the rain with people who don't mind being the real me than a family that rejects, likes your hobbies and they're screaming I don't know that word. Just offered incense, biscuits and burnt Chinese afterlife money. Sounds great for Mum to spend. Thank goodness before the rain fell. Apologies in advance if I'm more serious and less joking than usual. Big hugs to you, Lee Rin. Big hugs. It's never easy when it's a loved one's anniversary. And it sounds like you're just celebrating her in a beautiful way. So, you know, big hugs to you. My heart goes out to you. Sally's put here, will you be dressing up, Martha? Not speaking for her, but oh yes, she is dressing up, yes. So yeah, UK Games. So Jonathan was there with his Ace Game Books, sharing a stand with Sir Ian. We won't go through it again. Sir Ian Livingston of the Fighting Fantasy fame. So that would be great. That was great, obviously. I'm assuming, Jonathan. We've not really chatted about that. But every time I went over, Sir Ian was gone. He was gone. He probably knew. He probably saw me coming in right. He's got like a little back door out the back. He just went, right. Because I had hoped to chat to him, you know, see him again. Because now we're mates. We go way back. Yes, Martha's put, yes, I will. I got my tunic and leather belt already. That sounds fantastic. You can post up. By the way, people can post up to Edra Tales Group anything they like, as long as it's kind of loosely fantasy related. Obviously, keep it clean. Obviously, keep it polite and civil. I know we've got a lovely group here, but yeah, let's be friends, basically. So yes, I was there with Kedrick Winks because Outset Media and Cheatwell Games. I don't know who these people are. These are Jigsaw. I think they. So Outset Media own Cheatwell, that presumably own Cobble Hill. So they're all one company in effect. And they got this new bag. They had this bag on their stand. And look, we got Shadow Ninjas, which is one of Kedrick's. Cadaver, which is one of Kedrick's. What else? I'm sure there's another one. Well, obviously there's this Guildlands. You might have heard of Guildlands. That's by myself and Kedrick. Then on the other side, we've got Psychobabble, which is one of Kedrick's. They do love a Kedrick game, don't they? And of course, we've got the Crooked Crown, which is another game that Kedrick and I developed, and it was launched last year. So there you go. So yes, I was demoing, myself and Kedrick were demoing Crooked Crown. Well, I was kind of more demoing Crooked Crown. He was demoing, you know, a plethora of his other games. Shadow Ninjas is really popular. What great ritual, says Sally. I think that people will send biscuits in the afterlife. Yeah, I think, yeah. Yeah, I see. You'd like people send biscuits in the afterlife. Okay, noted, Sally. No, I don't want to think about that. Leah input, thank you. One habit I proudly share with Mum is coffee. Oh, and very sweet biscuits. Lovely. In a way, having afternoon tea is therefore a way to talk to her. P.S. Only the afterlife money. 3 quid of paper talismans are burnt. The biscuits are symbolic and eaten by living loved ones afterwards. Yeah, that is lovely. That is fantastic ritual. Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah, I like that. So yes, so we were actually demoing our new game, which is being launched at Gen Con, which is fantastic. We demoed the game. Julian had hoped he were watching, but Julian was him and his family. They normally come to UK Games. He wanted to play it. He was basically, yeah, we've come to play it. So I was like, great. So we demoed it to them. They, you know, I can only go on what they said. They looked like they're enjoying it. They said they enjoyed it. I know he's a friend of mine. You know, you could argue well they would say that, but it looked like it was genuine. I think you can tell if someone, even your friends, if someone enjoys something that you've done or not. Yeah, I think you can tell. So yeah, so we've got Guildlands, and then we didn't play test it a lot because it is officially launched at Gen Con, but we were just sort of seeing how people reacted to it. We did the press evening, and we did talk to the press about it as well, because we are then now trying to get word out that it's going to be launched at Gen Con this year, which is the first week in May. And fantastic news, I don't know if I've shared this with you or not, but Outset Media and Cheatwell Games have very, very kindly offered, well, we're going to do it, Kedrick and myself to fly over to Gen Con, I know, and demo Guildlands and, you know, drum up business, you know, try and sell some copies because it is going to be launched there. It's on sale there. And obviously we do sign the inside of the box as well. So if anyone wants a signature, you know, we do that as well. So we're really, really excited about that. The company seem to really believe in the game. So I've got you know, you can just tell they get quite excited when they talk about it, which is lovely. And they in fact, Dave, the owner of the company, they weren't really wanting to demo the game at UK Games, which I do understand because we've not got it for sale and it is a Gen Con launch. However, I did say, can we just demo it? Certainly, I said, you know, Julian really wants to play it. Can we do? So they were fine with it. And it was nice because they got to see other people's reaction playing it. Because Kedrick and I have play tested it with people, so we've seen other people's reactions. But obviously when they've played it, it's just been people, you know, it's been me, Kedrick, Paul, who is the commissioning editor, the product development guy at Cheatwell. He's the guy that ultimately commissions the games. You know, so it's always been in-house people. So that it's the first time they saw kind of, in effect, strangers play it. And also, later on, Dave, he was demoing the Crooked Crown and to gamer gamers, and they really liked the game. They bought the game, I believe, and he said, oh, you know, you might like this game. He had a feeling that they would like Guildlands. So he demoed that to them. And, well, I think Kedrick did. And it was great. So I happened to see them playing it. They were really enjoying it. And one thing we didn't realise, they were role-playing it. So one of them was the wizard. One of them, I think, was the druid, you know, the merchant. So they were kind of playing up to their character type. And so they were all sort of ganging up on the wizard, going, nobody likes wizards. Wizards are mean. And I think the wizard was playing mean. Because Guildlands, you can build up your own pool of scoring pool, but you also sabotage other guilds to decrease their score, so you've got a wider, you know, margin. So the convention, Martha, is UK Games. So it's UK Games EXPO, and it's always in the last weekend of May. So it's normally like Friday is like the 31st of May, and then Saturday and Sunday. I really don't know how they do it. But Saturday, no, it's not always that. But it tends to do a bit of May and the first weekend of June. And it's huge. It's the biggest one that we have in the UK. And it's in Birmingham. Oh, Gen Con. Oh, sorry. So Gen Con, yeah, that's where the game's being launched. Sorry, that is in America. That's in Indianapolis. So we're really, really happy that they're flying us over there. So, yeah, it's probably a bit far for you to go. However, after Gen Con, or even the day after Gen Con releases, the game will be available to buy. So, you know, don't panic if you want to buy the game. The UK Games Expo is always the end of summer, half term in the UK. Yeah, it seems to be, doesn't it? Right, so it's when, oh, I see. So that's how they do it. They put it at the end of half term. That's why I can always go. It's great. So, yeah, so we're really excited about that. And, yeah, this group of 3 players, they really enjoyed the game. They got into it. They loved it. They did actually want to play again, or that I think they said, yeah, where can we buy it? Where? So that was encouraging. And they came up with an ingenious way to score the wizards. So the Wizards Guild is possibly one of the hardest guilds to play because you're looking spatially. You're scoring off symbols on tiles that can span the table that don't have to necessarily connect directly to each other. Does that make sense? So you're scoring off squares, your wizards' towers, squares and rectangles. And when you score it at the end of the game, it can be quite tricky because you lose track of what tower is scored. And they simply put the gold coins on it. They went, yeah, we scored that one, scored that one, scored that one. And we thought, brilliant, that's how you score it. It's much easier. So you never know. You release your little babies into the world, and what happens to them? So that was good. So I really enjoyed it. You know, what I like about UK Games is half of it is about the games and half of it is about the people that you meet. Either new people or people, you know, like Jonathan, I've known for ages. And one of those people is Oscar and Gustav from Sound Realms. If you've not heard of these guys, they have done a genius thing. They have done audio game books
audio game books. Sound Realms audio game books. So they've started off with Lone Wolf. They've done a couple of Lone Wolf. They're working on Jonathan Green's Dracula. So they're going to be bringing out Dracula as well. And it's really cool because you play it on your tablet. I think you can play it on your phone as well. And you basically just click your options. And it's fully narrated. There's a bit of acting, I believe. You've got the voices, you've got the sound effects. It's all professionally done. It looks amazing. And I backed it, the original Lone Wolf one, but I forgot to download it. So I'm going to have to download it. Yeah, the Backer Kit campaign is due to launch on the 20th of August. There you go. So it's launching on the 20th of August. So look up Sound Realms. Which platform is it? Kickstarter. The last one was on Kickstarter. Martha's Pay and Jonathan can't stop laughing from what I remember. The last video you two did. Yes. The man has no self-control. I was very professional doing my job. All Jonathan had to do was answer the questions. Honestly, I don't know why I stuck with it. I should have just left. I said, come on, Sally, we're leaving. Let's leave this loser. No, I'm just joking. No, I'm not joking. No, I am joking. Am I? You decide. So, yeah. Says Lyrian, yeah, they recently released an app version of the 80s phone to play Lone Wolf, whatever. Yes, absolutely. So you've heard of them. Yeah, it's the same guys, same people. So they did that's the first one they've launched. I do believe they're doing other loan ones, if I'm correct, and also they're taking on other game books as well. So Jonathan Green's Dracula is launching on the 20th of August to back. I was giggling whilst playing games at the Hilton on Saturday night. The next day, the people I was gaming with said it was more than giggling. I blame Aldi rum we'd been drinking. You lost control, aren't you? It's like you're incontinence for laughing. Always blaming something else, Jonathan. That's a true alcoholic does that. You started laughing as well. I know. I'm just winding Jonathan up because it's so easy to do. No, I like poking fun at Jonathan. That's one of my passive-aggressive bullying hobbies that I have. Lee Rains put it, and 27 minutes into chat, the weather clears, and 2 more hours of golden sunlight. Let there be sun. Maybe the gentleman upstairs is... Yes, exactly, to cheer you up. Absolutely, Lee Rain, absolutely. It's okay, I still have my revenge one day. Yeah, yeah. I won't know when. I probably do know why, but it will be there. So that was really cool. So we met Oscar, had a nice chat with him. I was trying to angle for him because he did say when I first mentioned about me writing my first game book, he said, well, yeah, maybe we could do an audio version of it. So I didn't want to hold him to that because obviously he might read it and think it's terrible. So I wouldn't want him to do something that he thinks terrible. So I just reminded him about that and said, yeah, whenever we're ready. So he's got his hands full at the moment as well. Well, I have a bunch of dad jokes. I can't wait to tell them. Fantastic. Why did the chicken cross the playground? To get to the other side. See, we're missing Jam. Jam will be chipping in there as well with his jokes. And also on the stand was... This is another game that Outset didn't design, they didn't commission, but they are the UK, I think the English-speaking rights holders. So Outset Media and Cheatwell have distributed this now because it's a German game originally, so they've translated it into English, and it's a fantastic game. It is a pirate game, yes, Martha, it's a pirate game. It's called Feed the Kraken, Sailor's favourite deduction game. So it's a social deduction game but based around pirate theme. This is the Essential Edition. Michael, as he likes to be called, Chenny, Tobias, Imich, and Dr. Hans Hui, if that's how you pronounce it. Michael, they were the designers, and they co-own the company that originally launched it, which was Funtails. Michael was there demoing the game, and he built himself an actual proper big demo version that's bigger than the actual game. Pirate games always needed. Yeah, exactly, Glenn. Well, I'd love to play this with you at some point. So basically, look at that. He even signed it for me as well. He was demoing the game. We were all staying at the same hotel, all the Outset people, on the stand. So, yeah, this is the sort of demo copy that they showed people, because he had his own demo that wasn't the one that you could buy. It was a bigger version, just for show, just to draw people in. So this was what he would show them at the end to say, look, this is the actual game. This is the board. This is what people, these are their cards. And I was very kindly gifted it by Paul. So that was great. But yeah, so the board is gorgeous artwork. It's double-sided. And yeah, it plays, get this though, it plays 5 to 11, which is really, really unusual. But it's great, because every time, it takes about an hour to play, and every time he was demoing it, you always at the end heard everyone go, "Way!" So it looked a lot of fun. So I definitely want to play this. So I'm gonna go to the St Albans gaming group to play. But look at this. You get all these character cards. The artwork is gorgeous. You get all these pirates. Look at this. Look at that. You get three in one on that one. Look. All these pirates. Gorgeous. I want to play it so badly. I know, Martha, I know. Let's do it. I also have an anti-pirate game being designed at the moment. Anti-pirate game. Look, Master Straight Gate. So yeah, there's other cards as well. So yeah, I definitely want to play this. And Michael's a really, really nice guy. We did say we'll keep in touch. Hopefully we will. We've already exchanged a few emails. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to playing this. So again, the UK Games Expo is a mixture of kind of, yes, for Jonathan and myself, we have products that we are obviously trying to sell and promote. However, as I'm sure Jonathan will confirm, I should say, but he knew that before me anyway. It's about the people that you meet, the new people you meet, and the old people that you catch up with. So yeah, but yeah, really looking forward to playing that. I might actually do a review of that. I am slow. I haven't got time, but I do want to get back to game reviews. I'm in for playing it. I've a bunch of pirate games. Oh, yeah, because you love pirates, don't you, Martha? You love it. Absolutely, it's one of the most sociable weekends of the year and the most exhausting. Yeah, it is very, very tiring. If you're working, if you're demoing, or if you've got a stall like Jonathan, it is exhausting. I know it sounds bizarre, because it's like, well, you're just playing games, aren't you? Yeah, but you're talking constantly, or a lot of the time. You're on your feet, a lot of the time. I was sitting down a bit more this time, so I'm getting on a bit, getting on a bit. No. But also, what I find, I don't know if you're the same, Jonathan, but you have ideas because you're around creative people as well. So Kedrick and I had another idea for a card game that's not based in the Crooked Crown universe. So yeah, we're in really early talks about developing that. We've already sent a few texts about it, so hopefully we can work that up into a playable game. It drains your social battery and you walk miles. That's an excellent way of putting it. Yeah, I have an idea for a game book series for young children. Yeah, fantastic, absolutely. This is the thing. You get ideas and then you go, right, should I do it? Should I do it? Write them down, and if they're good, they will come back to you. They will keep in your mind. You probably find that as well. The other thing that I am allowed to talk about is, because there's certain things I'm not allowed to talk about in my gaming career. I've been very, very fortunate. Meeting Kedrick and being his friend I've been very fortunate, because Kedrick has really mentored me in board game design, just like Jonathan and Jam and other game books that I've read. But Jonathan, I guess in particular, because I've spent a lot of time with Jonathan, he's really helped me with my game book writing. So thank you very much, Jonathan. I appreciate that. And also Kedrick with my board game design. And I think that's what you do when you get help, you know, in your career. When you get to a certain point, and I'm kind of there, I can pass on a little bit of knowledge, maybe not as much as Jonathan or Kedrick, but you pass it on because you want to help other people as well. So we have a Guildlands. So Dave and Paul were very excited about Guildlands. They've now decided to do a Guildlands Con exclusive expansion pack. Yes, Kedrick and I have got... We designed an exclusive pack for Guildlands. So if you buy Guildlands at Gen Con, I know you won't necessarily, but anyone that buys the game of Guildlands at the convention, and maybe they're talking about extending it to other conventions as well after Gen Con, I mean, if they have any left, you're going to get a pack, you're going to get a new guild, and it's the Messengers Guild. It's the Messengers Guild. Awesome. I will that be available at UK 25? Yes, Guildlands will definitely be available at UK Games 2026. Absolutely. So if you want to come by and play the game, please do. With, you know, anybody that goes to UK Games next year. Sorry, will it be available? Guildlands will be available. Hopefully this will be available as well. Because they are getting... they're getting a lot printed, and I think if they don't sell out that convention, they're going to put it to the other conventions that they do as well. But yeah, look at this. We designed this Messengers Guild. You get a pony. You get 2 little custom worker ponies. And that is the worker. You get 2 of these as well. 2 little geeples, meeples, workers, whatever you want to call them. Bespoke meeples are awesome. They are. So yeah, we've been designing this week. Now, we did have something similar that we'd already developed. So it wasn't like a last minute thing. We already knew that this mechanic worked. We already knew this worked. What we did is we kind of reskinned it to the Messengers and added a few more things to it. So we know it is solidly sound to play. And obviously we've play tested it in this week as well. So we're very excited about that. And that's the back of the guild. So this is in Guildlands, everybody gets a player guide because each guild scores differently. So you get a little guide as well. Sorry, got to be going to my gaming club. No worries, Martha. Off you go. Thank you so much for joining us. Enjoy your gaming club. Are you going to do the Night Guild expansion? Well, yes. Nothing official yet. Can I just quickly say about the bespoke meeples? So Kedrick, because he lives like 4 or 5 hours away from me and Paul, I'm very lucky because I live 20 minutes away from Paul. So anytime he gets something, you know, that's relevant to me, like the Crooked Crown proofs, or you know, something to do with the Crooked Crown, or something to do with Guildlands, he just says, "Oh, come up and have a look at it." So I saw this; it was fantastic, and I then took it to the game club to play it, just to see people's reactions. Kedrick hadn't seen it until the UK Games Expo, so he was like, "Oh wow, I haven't seen it." He'd seen me posting up about it, and he leaned over to me and said, "I feel like I'm a proper games designer." I said, "Well, what do you mean? You've had like 10 games out, maybe more games out in the last 10 years." And he went, "Yeah, but I've never had custom meeples." Which I thought was delightful. I did think that was delightful. So yeah, are we still doing the night guilds? It's there. They're ready to go. We said to Dave and Paul, let's get the Guildlands launch. Let's get that out the door. Let's get that done. We will take the Night Guilds prototype that Kedrick and I have got to Gen Con, because it's 5 days. They're actually flying us to Toronto first to look round their warehouse and their head office, which is fantastic. It's going to be great. And then, so we've got time in the evenings, hopefully, to then, to pitch the Night Guilds to them. So, fingers crossed, they'll take that on, and then maybe UK Games Expo 2026, you'll have the day guilds, like the original game, Guildlands, and then the night guilds as well. So, I don't know. I can only dream. That would be fantastic if they do. There's no pressure. Kedrick and I say, look, if you don't want to take it, that's fine. We don't expect them to take it. You can't expect someone to do something like that. But only if they like it. And again, publishers won't take on your game if they don't genuinely like it and want to do it. Because it benefits no one if they're like, yeah, well, we feel kind of guilty, we should do it. No, it doesn't work like that. So it will only get published if they want to do it and they think it's good enough. We think it's good enough, but whether or not they think it's good enough is a different matter. And obviously it depends on how well the original game does as well, doesn't it? Leerin's put it, my Celtic and Norse-inspired heraldry, Curious and Curious. Yes, yeah, it is a fantastic game. Even if I do say so myself. No, it's very clever because it's asymmetric scoring. So if I just quickly show you, so you get tiles, so it's a tile laying game, and each guild scores off different symbols. So you're building the same city, Ferrum's Ford, but you're scoring off different symbols. So if I was the wizards, I'm scoring off the wizard's tower, the purple ones. If I'm a merchant, I'm scoring off the merchant stalls, the orange ones. If I'm a city watch guild, then I'm scoring off the blue towers there, the guard towers. If I'm a druid, I'm scoring off the standing stones. If I'm the road toll collectors, I'm scoring off the roads. And there's another merchant, there's another guild. If you're the gardeners, you're scoring off of those. So you can imagine if, for example, that tile comes up, that's the tile that the gardeners really, really want because that's all their symbols on one tile. However, if it's not their go, if you're the merchants, you might sabotage them saying, right, I'm going to take this tile and I'm going to play it somewhere else. So it doesn't score you the scores. So it's a very clever game. So part of it is sabotaging other people, part of it is building up your score. But of course, if you sabotage, they can sabotage you right back. So you got to judge it. Kedrick's reaction is a classic example for how you as an individual perceive success and how other people perceive your success. I didn't phrase that very well. No, I get that, Jonathan. Yeah, absolutely. Because I'm like, no, mate, you're a legit designer. You know, I look up to you. You're my mentor. You're very clever at designing games. You've had 10. You've got to be good if you had 10 in the last sort of 10 years. I think it's maybe even a few more. And he's like, yeah, well, you know, I feel like I've arrived now. Which is fair enough. I know. I think. I don't really know, but I think Kedrick would like a breakout game now because I think you have little milestones, don't you? It's like, can I make a game? Can I make a prototype? Can I play test that prototype? Do people enjoy the prototype? Great. That's sort of one. Those little milestones. Next one is, can I get it published? Brilliant. Next one, can I get it published so it sells well? And then I guess next one, can I make a game that wins an award? I guess ultimately. And then the next one will be, can I make a game that's evergreen, like Hive, or like Everdale, or Catan, that just sells and sells and sells each and every year for like 20 odd years. Good morning, Jam. Better late than never, my friend. Every loss so is present. Yes, good afternoon, Jam. I don't think Leirin's being cheeky there. Because I think in Taiwan, it is afternoon. That's where you live, isn't it, Leirin? Am I getting confused? Forgive me if I got it wrong. So basically, everyone is laying a tile. So on your turn, you choose one tile from the 5 facing up, or you can go blind from the stack, and then you lay a tile next to another tile. It has to be flush. You know, it has to be like that. Or you can rotate an existing tile. That's what you have to do. You have to do a tile action and then a special action. Special action is placing your worker or moving your worker, and you put a worker down on the tile to stop it being rotated, because where the actual symbols are in comparison to other tiles does matter. So you might be the wizards and you want that to be specifically there. If someone rotates it, that could screw up your square or your triangle or your rectangle. So you definitely want to put a meeple on it, a worker on it, to stop anyone from rotating it. So you can do that. And each guild has its own guide. So as I say, we've got the merchants, we've got the wizards, we've got the gardeners, we've got the city watch, we've got the druids, and we've got the road toll collectors. And what you would do is each one has a special action as well. So each guild scores differently and has unique abilities to that guild. It's 5:50 in the afternoon here. There you go. Cassia says hello. Hello, Cassia. Greetings, Cassia. You look a very wise and wonderful person. And a warm how do you do, Cassia? Absolutely. So yeah, so there's money in it as well. You can earn money and spend money. When you spend money, you get an extra action, you know, so you can start doing combination stuff. Yeah, and as I say, so the City Watch, for example, get extra tokens. They get city walls to connect their city towers, so they can score extra points. The gardeners get fountains that they can lay into the map in between the tiles to get extra points. The road toll collectors get a bridge, so because they score with the continuous road, so they can continue it, because on some of the tiles there's gaps, so they can lay it over those gaps to make it continuous. The druids get a shrine. They can score extra points off of the shrine. What else we got? I better not lose these, because this is the only demo copy in the UK. We also have the wizards towers. You get 2 of these. And they're really beautifully printed on, aren't they? That sort of, I don't know what they call it, screen printing. The merchants get the pop-up market, and also you, as I say, you get your little workers. I love the graphic design too. Yeah, the graphic design, Mark, beautiful job. He did the Crooked Crown as well. He does a lot of Cheatwell stuff. He really nails it. So you get these little. He designed all these little geeples. Meeples, just in time. Phew, found a public phone charge socket on the train station. Fantastic. Glad you're plugged in. Then we got the gardeners. I know it's gone a bit blurry, but yeah. So you get so every guild gets 2 little workers. You got the city watch. You got the road toll collectors. You get the druids. You get the merchants. So yeah, so they're really, really cool. So we're massively happy about that. It's really good. In fact, I play tested the new messenger guilds with some friends of mine, and we had a 5-player game, and that was really useful because we did find something that we needed to fix with it. So we're like, oh yeah, let's fix that, and we did manage to solve the issue, which was great. Hence why playtesting, you can never underestimate playtesting. Ding! Justin Timberlake. There it is. There it is. Jam, we've missed you. So yeah, well, thank you, Glenn. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, we're massively happy with it. Glenn was there as well. I forgot. Glenn was there at UK Games. Sorry, I forgot. Yes, Glenn was demoing his prototype, Thundercats Academy. No, not Thundercats. Thunder Academy, which I have had the honour and the pleasure of playtesting and playing it with him and Lord Zods, who sometimes frequents this parish. And it was fantastic. It was a really good game. It's basically Battlestar Galactica-esque. You know, it's nostalgia. It's that kind of battered ships. And it's like a dogfight in space. You know, it's like ships fighting each other's ships. You can play dueling. You could play, I think it's 3-player. Top Gun in space. There it is. Not Battlestar Galactica. Is Top Gun cooler? I guess it is. Not in my eyes, though. But yeah, so you can play team events as well, team game. So it's really good. It's very clever. 2 to 4 player. There it is, 2 to 4 player. And you basically, you're rolling dice, and then you're assigning those scores to particular areas on your ship to action them. So you can shoot, you can maneuver, you can boost. What else can you do? You can protect, you can get your shields up. Really good fun. So good luck with Glenn for finding a publisher. I have no doubt that he will find a publisher. So there you go. Thanks, Ken. No worries, Glenn. No, and it was great to see you as well. I know it was brief, and I just couldn't find the time, unfortunately, to come around and see your stall. I did try looking for it, but I couldn't find it. Unless I came and found you. No, I came and found you in the press, didn't I? It's all a blur. About halfway through my bonus game, but it should be fun. Oh, you've jumped ahead of me. May I just had to write off because of UK games, basically. But yeah, fantastic, Jam. That's great news. That's great news. Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing our little mini adventure, or my little mini adventure. Press evening, that was it. Yeah. So that's great. Apparently Zods was there. Did you guys come and say hello? Honestly, I can't remember now. I don't think you did you? Lord Zods. I'll have him. You did. Yeah, you did, Glenn, didn't you? I'm just trying to think if it was you and him. Yes, that's the problem. Like, demoing. Yeah. This is the thing. When you're there demoing, or you've got a stall, or like you had your prototype, you're demoing, it's work. So you're kind of there for a particular reason. My favourite time going to conventions, going to UK games, is when you haven't got any of that and you just are free to wander around, play games, buy games, look at every stall. I mean, this year it was huge. There was 3 stalls. It was huge. Zods is realising our Expo vlog today for Talisman Tavern. Oh, yes. Fantastic. Yeah, check it out. So check out the YouTube channel Talisman Tavern. Because they played a game of Talisman on the Avalon Hill stand, which was great. So they filmed that, so that should be brilliant. And I do believe you played with Jon Snow, the news reporter. We scared them. Yeah, probably, because you were such big fans, and they were like, oh, we're not used to this. Because Avalon Hill are very new to Talisman, very new. They've just taken on the game. It was John New, wasn't it? Yeah, of Talisman Island. Yeah. I haven't met him. I've known him since we first did the Talisman episodes. You know, I can't remember if I reached out to him or he reached out to me and said, we'll put a link to your YouTube channel if you like. And I went, oh, that's great. And so we've, loosely kept in touch over the years, but never met him. So it would have been nice. But hey, that's the way it goes, unfortunately. And then the other bit of news, he wants to meet you, next time. Absolutely next time. Yeah, absolutely. I probably won't have time to play Talisman, unfortunately, because you need like 3 days. No. Look, there you go, look. There's my lanyard. I've got a collection of these now. Probably you have as well, Jonathan. So yes, my other thing that I did do is Murder at the Royal. Yes, I did the speed dating. So my game was one of 26, I think it was, out of 180 games that was picked to go along. Oh, there you go. That's my alarm to let me know it's 11 o'clock. Because I got to go off and do Murder Mystery. So yeah, speed dating. Mine was one of 26 out of 180 that were picked to actually be there at the speed dating. So very, very grateful. And in fact, Kedrick had 2 games, which was fantastic there. And also my friend Giuseppe, who I do the play testing with, I go to a playtesters group once a month. He had a game picked as well, so that was good. It was great. And yeah, so I worked on my prototype, and as you can tell, look, I made little envelopes for the cards. Really happy about that. Look, little envelopes you get. Very happy about that. Clue cards. Oh, that's upside down. There you go. So I was really happy with these. And it was worth it. It was worth spending that little extra bit of time on everything, because I met 10 publishers, of which I did know one as well, which helped. That was the first person, so I kind of relaxed into it, which was great. It's difficult to judge. Maybe at Norwich Con, yeah, I do want to come up to Norwich and just hang out with you guys. I've got a friend Dave who's into gaming, so maybe we could meet up and have a gaming day. And Richard, although his partner Richard he's not really into gaming, so he probably won't come. But my mate Dave, he'll definitely come. Well, I'm saying that. I don't know. He might be busy. Yes, and Tom as well. Escape the Dark Castle. Yeah, I'd love to meet Tom as well. Yeah, absolutely. Levin's put that really has got to reintroduce headphones, jacked phones, because they've been forced to charge or listen to background noise. Not both. Yeah, put jacks into phones. Mine's that old. I've still got my jack. Yeah. No, I understand the word interbayo. That's normal Glenn talk, isn't it? Yeah, so anyway, so I pitched to 10 publishers. Now, it's always difficult to know whether they like it or not, up to a point. So I thought the way I'm going to judge it is, how many questions did they ask at the end? Did their eyes glaze over when I was explaining it? Because you get 4 minutes to pitch it, and they get a minute to ask questions, and then the bell rings, they all have to get up, and I get a next lot of people. So there's that. How many questions did they ask at the end? Did they look interested? And also, did they take my business card and or sell sheet? And 5 out of the 10 took my sell sheet. So I thought that was pretty good. So what I'm going to do is, this is why I'm never have a spare moment. I need to upload all the cards onto Tabletop Simulator to then create a Tabletop Simulator version, to then email people to chase them up and say, hi there, have you had a thought about it? Do you want a demo of it? Because obviously 4 minutes, I barely told them about the game. You know, there's other things I didn't tell them in the rules. So hopefully there'll be, 3 or 4 of them that might want to demo the game, or at least play for half an hour, So yeah, so that's my news. That is my new UK Games news. God, I can talk, can't I? Is it a skill or is it a curse? Is it a curse for you lot? Probably. So there you go. So overall, UK Games was a huge success for myself. I know Jonathan did really well as well. Glenn, you had very good positive feedback with your playtesting of your game, so that was great. And it helps you now to go forward, like what you're going to do with your game, which is absolutely fantastic. But yeah, let me know when Norwich Con is, because I might be doing a murder mystery or a... Thank you very much, Glenn. Yeah, I'm glad it went well for you as well, because I might be doing a Mind, Body, Soul event as well. But anyway, late August. Oh, okay, late August. Okay, that sounds doable. I know I have a murder mystery on the 30th of August already, so... But anyway, we shall see. So... Lovely to chat to you all again, chat with you, not necessarily at you, although I knew I had a lot to say, so forgive me if I just chatted. Hopefully my voice is going to be alright. Oh, I didn't hide any in my tea. So there we are. Great to chat with you guys again. Really, really appreciate it. It's lovely to catch up. So the next live stream is this Wednesday at 7 PM, where we're going to be playing part 6 of Death Trap Dungeon. Probably finish it. So we'll start thinking about which game book afterwards. And look at this. I did get a special badge. Look, it's an actual magnifying glass. Look at that. It's brilliant. So I got my little murder mystery badge. And the good thing about today's murder mystery is in the evening it's fancy dress. And the fancy dress is your favourite detective. So obviously I can wear that. It's not too meta. I can wear that as my character in the afternoon. Have a great weekend, everybody. See you Wednesday, says Glenn. Yes, thank you, Andrew Glenn. Into the ruin moat. Nice. So, yes, take care, everybody. I really, really appreciate you watching. Let's catch up with you Wednesday, hopefully. We had a nice little chat at the end of last week's game book, which was lovely. Ollie Mack joined us, which was fantastic. So thank you, Lee, and thank you, Glenn. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you, Sally. Thank you, Martha. Thank you, Jam. Thank you. Anybody else? Have I missed you? Anybody else that watched but didn't necessarily comment? Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. I can't see who you are because it's only when you comment do I see your name. So thank you, and if you watched this today, thank you, Lee Rin. Good night. And what else was I going to say? Yes, you can watch this back. If you are watching this back and it's not live stream, thank you for watching. If you want to hit the follow button on the Twitch channel, that's great. helps with the algorithms and all that. And if you hit the notifications, you should get notified when I go live. And also, if you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please feel free. It is free. Good night, everybody. And remember, may your thieving never be caught. That's to do with my game book. Normally I hold up my game book, but I haven't got it with me. Nice one, guys. Take care. Bye.